Welcome back, everybody, to Dirt Cleaner Videos. I'm David Johnson, and this is where I should normally be having a cup of coffee. But to no avail. No coffee. I've got my Mr. Coffee 12 cupper, which has been working for years, but sometimes I like something a little different. I've got a good selection of the Keurig style K-Cups for my Keurig 2.0, but I wanted to go with something a little different today, something a little better. Got some Norseman grog, some locally produced stuff. This stuff is delicious. And I put it in my universal cup holder, and it won't work. And if you're watching this video, you probably ran into the same oops sort of message that you get. I'll show you real quick. Let's turn this way. All right, where there's the fantastical Keurig 2.0. It's full of water. It's been turned on. It's heated up. And I want to put in a universal cup. But instead of getting ready to produce a good cup of coffee, it gives me the oops message. That dreaded oops message. Now, I'll tell you what I've done so far. Way back time, I had this nice little universal cup, which really didn't work because I got the same message. So I cut out a lid off of an old K-cup. I actually peeled the top off, put it on there, and taped it. And it worked occasionally. It took a lot of fiddling around, and I've gone through a couple of these. So I went to the internet and tried to find something better. So the first thing I came up with was this. An actual Keurig My K-Cup product. And this is supposed to work with all of these machines. So I load it up with coffee. And it's too complicated too, by the way. There it is. It's got this extra piece on here, which you need on some and not others. It's got this big fancy top that's hard to twist on and off. But I would get that same oops message. This did not work. The Keurig thing is a piece of junk. Don't buy it. This one worked just as well. So I went back to the internet and did a little more looking up and came up with this brand, the Living Aid coffee filters, and it strictly said it's supposed to work with all the Keurig coffee makers, and it fits in nicely. I just showed you. It's got this nice little purple spot. You get the dreaded message. It did not work. So I went back to the internet, searched, used some different search terms, and looked for a hack for the Keurig 2.0, and came up with this method. Many people have done their videos on it. But the reason I'm doing it, I just want to give it a shot. I'm risking my matrimonial bliss over this. I was told not to invest any more money in this silly Keurig K-Cup project when we have plenty of them that work. So this is a cost-free thing. Unless I destroy the machine, then it's not. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the water off the side. I may have to set this on my lap to work on it or somewhere else. Reaching up and seeing inside there is a little difficult for me. That can sit there just fine. We're definitely going to unplug the machine. That's not how you're supposed to unplug it, but I can't quite reach that. So there's a couple of screws up top we got to take out. To get a little better look at those screws, I tipped the unit on its side. You can see one screw here, one screw there. This is the top that opens and shuts. 2 little screws. There, captured them in the hand. They're in there, trust me. So now comes the real trick. Just to get this middle part off. Shouldn't be much of a trick. Just open the lid a little bit, push it towards the back. That's all. So I'm going to take a little look inside here. I want you to look along with me. There's a pile of wires. Amongst this pile of wires is supposed to be the green wire. All these wires are clipped together. I may have to cut the clip. Hopefully I don't wreck anything if I do that. There's a little white zip tie. I'm just going to slide a little closer to the top so I can get at it better. I think you can see the little white zip tie. I got to do this carefully. And the white zip tie just took off on me. Not sure where it ended up. Now, all the directions say cut the green wire, and there it is. There's the green wire. Look a little further, make sure I don't see any others. There's so many wires in there, that is amazing. There is another method where you can get down to the bottom of this by taking some of the side panels off, and you can unplug the clip and take the wire out, and it's non-destructive. I'm just going to go for this, and worst comes to worst, I'll have to splice it back together, and it's tiny. So. I have cut the green wire and wrist, once again, my matrimonial bliss. I'm going to put it back together. And see the little catches on here? So when this is down this way, it came off by pushing it back. So I'm going to get it set in place and pull it forward just a hair. And it'll engage with, probably right under here, I think, or under here, one of the two. I'll just open it up a little bit. Slide a little backwards. Almost, but not quite. There's it. Also, you got to get stuff in the middle here. There we go. Now I got to get those screws back in. I could test it, but since I got it out this far, I need to put it together. I'm just going to put it together. So this is real time. Got one started, I think. All right, I think they both feel good. Shuts properly. Now I gotta see if I can reach and plug this in. I'm vertically challenged, but I get things done. Oh, that's as far as my reach goes. Crazy. All right. Got the cup in place. Got a full tank of water. Okay, 10. There we go. So I got to say, so far it seems like that was a success. I haven't damaged anything. Like, you can get those universal cups. They do not work as they report they will. That's sad. That's false advertising. They suck. I'll tell you that. But if you do get one, or if you find somebody who sells these older ones, in fact, I'll try this one next. It's probably going to work just fine. Then. Yeah, there's your little hack. Got a nice cup of Norseman grog. All right, there you go. Got a real world hack that really worked. Thankful to all those people before me who figured that one out. And I'm glad I cut the green wire, not the red wire or the black wire. Bad things happen if you do that. So just until they switch their color coding scheme, this should work for you. I only have the Keurig 2.0. I don't have any other machines to test or try on, so I really can't answer those questions, what the other ones are like. Take a look at them, see, maybe you can figure it out yourself. You're at risk of damaging a machine. That's about it. So, until next time, thank you. Give a thumbs up, please.